The San Antonio
overall
Spurs find
complete
themselves in a tight
person
game
and
in
like
the second
a
or
good
third
player who
quarter.
can uplift others. Cause
Victor
like I feel
Wembanyama
like
has gone
at
to the bench for
Kentucky,
some rest and
coaches
the
taught
team
me it's
can't
not
generate
about
any
me and it's
offense.
about
They
winning
aren't
and
getting out in
helping your
transition and
teammates
three-point
learn
shots
each
aren't
other. So
falling.
really just
The
an
opposing
all-around
team is
player
able
and
to
whatever
either
the coach
dig into
needs
the
me to do,
Spurs' lead
I feel like I
or
can do.
extend theirs while the offense falters. Too often were the Spurs searching for offensive consistency in the 2023-24 season. They finished the year in the bottom 10 in offensive rating, 110,
and get a basket when he wants to. Do you clip his wings? You can't. You got to let him go, but I give him 2.5. The third one, you're coming out. You're not going nuts. This isn't the M1 tape. For you older people in here, you know what I mean.
Dillingham is a 6'2", allegedly, combo guard who wowed the basketball world with his high-scoring performances at Kentucky this season. He exploded for big games against Tennessee and Texas A&M where he looked unguardable. Rob shifts as he goes by on social media is a shifty, fast-as-hell guard who can hit shots all over the court. Dillingham averaged 15.2 points, 3.9 assists and 1 steal on 47.5% shooting from the field, 44.4% shooting from 3 and 79.6% shooting from the free throw line in his freshman season. Kentucky head coach John Calipari brought Dillingham off the bench all year, a puzzling decision that could have been a part of the reason that the coach is now at Arkansas.
Overall complete person and like a good player who can uplift others, because like I feel like at Kentucky, coaches taught me it's not about me and it's about winning and helping your teammates learn each other. So really just an all-around player, and whatever the coach needs me to do, I feel like I can do.
And that's such an important thing, especially.
He can shoot off the catch, pull up the threes off the dribble and get to the rim for creative finishes with either hand. He shot 50.6% at the rim on 87 attempts.
Here comes Z in the middle of the floor.
As a shooter, Dillingham hit 47.8% of his catch-and-shoot jumpers and 39.3% of his shots off the bounce. His soft touch is his best skill, his second best is his speed. Dillingham is a blur with the ball in his hands. He's one of the fastest players in this cycle. His NBA draft combined speed tests are going to be eye-opening. Dillingham inspired me to go back and watch other Kentucky speedsters' college tape to compare them. I would say that Dillingham is noticeably faster than both Tyrese Maxey and Emmanuel Quickly, two players that Dilly has often been compared to. That speed helps Rob create advantages for the offense. He's able to blow by defenders and get into the paint with or without a screen. He has a good handle and uses his explosiveness to shift a defense. Because teams have to respect his jumper, he's able to attack hard closeouts and get into the paint. He also has a good sense of when and how to change speeds. Dillingham can lull a defense to sleep and then explode into a gap, attacking the paint. Dillingham has the upside of an excellent pick-and-roll player. At Kentucky he mainly looked to score off screens, averaging 1.00 point per possession in his 120 PNR reps.
Look as Kentucky takes a
of his
timeout.
total offensive possessions.
Chasing that number right now in the first
In that
half.
action he can
Rob
stretch a
Dillingham
defense as a
instant
shooting threat or get downhill with
Extra
his speed.
pass, Dillingham.
Dillingham
Got
won't
it.
blow you away with his passing
Tennessee
ability,
not
but he's
afraid
made
to be
some
in a
nice
foot
reads in
race
the
so
pick
far
and
in
roll,
this game.
especially when he has a
Dillingham
big man to
contests
dump
the
the ball
fadeaway
off
two.
to for a
This
clean
guy's
cut.
a superstar.
However, there
He
are
had
two
20 in
sides
the
to the
Florida
Dillingham
loss.
offensive
Take
sword.
5. He'll shoot
He
it
is an
in a second.
energizer bunny of an offensive player. He plays fast and takes risks that got him into trouble at Kentucky. Dillingham has a habit of throwing risky passes, oftentimes forcing skips over the defense with one hand. Speaking of the bad, Dillingham might be the worst defender in college basketball. That's saying something coming from someone who roots for the 8-24 Missouri Tigers. Earlier this season Kentucky lost a close game to Gonzaga at home. In that contest, the Bulldogs targeted Dillingham, putting him in screen after screen. His effort in getting around those screens was inconsistent at best, and has been for the majority of the season. His screen navigation is straight up not good. More often than not, Dillingham gives up a bucket in screening actions. Guarding off the ball, Dillingham has a bad habit of standing straight up and down while watching his man. He's late getting to the correct defensive position and has a tendency to overhelp off the ball. On the ball he's still susceptible to getting beat off the bounce and is so small that players can use their bodies to create angles for themselves.